This week I'm driving the most powerful SUV on the market, the Dodge Durango Srt Hellcat. All right, this model next to me, it's a pretty rare model because it's gonna be produced only for 1 year only. About 3,000 units is gonna be produced, and 3,000, it's more rare than the actual Challenger Demon, so this thing's gonna be a collectible pretty soon. So a few changes for the Hellcat model. You've got a unique front fascia in the front, so more cooling for the big Hellcat engine, bigger opening, also straight ram air to the top. We got some heat extractor also on the hood. We've got obviously the new headlights from 2021. Got also some logos, SRT with the Hellcat logo right here. But overall, the rest of the Durango really looks like the SRT 392. We've got again the logo of the Hellcat here. But wheel-wise, tires, suspension, some tweak for the springs and all that. But the rest of the Durango, it's pretty much the same as the SRT 392. And if we step in the back, we've got this unique spoiler here also. I'm not sure if it's really different from the other model, but we'll say it's different. And also another logo here to say it's a Hellcat. And finally, a dual exhaust to hear the sweet sound of your Hellcat engine. Interior-wise, for the space and also the cargo, it's basically the same as any other Durangos. So if you haven't watched it yet, I invite you to go watch my previous test of the Durango RT or the Durango SRT 392. Basically, inside, it's the same. Under hood, we can find a V8 6.2 liter supercharged Hemi Hellcat, good for 710 horsepower and 645 foot-pounds of torque. This engine is matched to 8-speed transmission. This engine is the most powerful engine put under the hood of an SUV, so it means serious business for performance. So you can expect a 0 to 100 kilometers in about 3.4 seconds, a quarter mile in 11.5 seconds, and a top speed of 300 kilometers an hour. So if the kids are late for school, this SUV is for you. All right, we've got 710 horsepower under the hood. Let's do a launch control with the Durango Hellcat. Wow, this thing is fast. And you know what? It feels faster than the Torq. Just feeling wise, it's really quick off the line. Maybe the Torq I had didn't have the premium fuel, and you know the tires were kind of used and all that. But this thing feels a bit quicker, a bit more aggressive off the line. All right, on the road with the Durango Hellcat this week. You know, I was waiting to drive this Durango Hellcat. It was one of the SUV I was considering to buy for myself when I was shopping a few months ago. This thing on the road is really comfortable. The team at SRT has been tweaking the suspension to be really comfortable in comfortable auto mode, they call it, the eco mode. And when you put it in track, it's stiff all around. But you know, in eco mode, it's just a normal SUV, can carry the kids, the wife, and all that. It's still a normal SUV, I could say. And when you switch the modes, you put it in track, you unleash the Hellcat, the beast, and all that. It's just a lot of fun. And just behind the wheel of this thing, it's just a lot of fun to drive. The way it handles and all that. Obviously, it's not as sharp handling-wise as a BMW or Mercedes-Benz. But most SUVs we can compare the Durango Hellcat with, it doesn't have the, you know, third row and all those seats. So, you know, this thing is longer, obviously, handling wise. it's pretty good for the size of this SUV. You know, I like the way it stands with those big tires. When you push it down the curve, it works pretty well. It's comfortable on the road, and also you can use it on gravel roads, off-road roads, you know, and all that. You know, that's the thing, you know, having a lot of power in an SUV, but you're not really able to use it like a real SUV. Just like the BMW X6M I had, you know, a few weeks ago. You know, these type of SUV doesn't really like gravel roads, muddy roads, and all that. It's not a big deal for the Durango, and also you can tow with the Durango, and you can tow up to 8,700 pounds. It's the best in class. So you know, I really like this thing. You know, you can do so much things with the Durango. You can bring a lot of people. You can go to the drag strip. You can tow with it. I like having something who can do a lot of things like that, and that's pretty much what you get with the Durango Hellcat. Interior wise, it's basically the same old Durango, but this one's got the update for the 2021 model. So we've got the new screen with the latest Uconnect system. Works really well, it looks sharp, easy to use. Also, we've got the new buttons, easy to use here. It looks good. Everything is plain and simple. We've got some real buttons for the climate and heated seats, heated steering wheel, all that. You know, that's something that's really annoying me with the Ram 1500. You've got to dig into the screen to find out these buttons. Now in the Durango, they're right there. It's easy to use. Same thing for the SRT dashboard, the launch control, and all that. Now you've got also a place to recharge your phone wirelessly, a place to put other things next to it, also a place to put your key. These little practical things, this is all missing in the Challenger, and you got it inside of the Durango. So I really like that. Also, you've got the wireless Apple CarPlay, so that's a big plus, again, tech-wise. But otherwise, you know, you've got those amazing, you know, SRT seats. I like those seats, but they've been the same for a while now. The space in the back also is the same. You know, it's kind of tight a little bit in the second and the last row from my point of view. If you're tall like me, you know, the kids have a hard time to sit behind myself. This was one of the main reasons why we didn't purchase this Durango. The kids didn't have enough space in the back. So, you know, I really enjoyed driving, you know, the SRT 392 or even the Hellcat. But, you know, we needed more space. I think that's one of the weak points of the Durango. It's really the setup of the rear seats and all that. But otherwise, it's been like this for a while now. So good old Durango inside. Fuel economy wise this week, obviously, we've got more than 700 horsepower under the hood. It's a full-time all-wheel drive system. You know, in most modes, you're gonna have a 50-50, you know, power-wise in the front and the back. When you put it in track, you've got a little bit more power push to the rear wheels, but you know, it's still hard on fuel. This Durango Hellcat, I've been using a lot the Auto Eco mode this week. It makes a big difference using the Eco mode. When you're using the Eco mode and you drive normally, I was averaging around 15 liters per 100 kilometers this week. But if you have some fun in sport and track mode, you can do easily 20 to 25 liters per 100 kilometers. Obviously, you know, this Durango is not good on the fuel economy side. Price-wise, the model I'm driving this week, it's good for 125,000 Canadian. And it's not fully loaded. There's a few things missing, you know, the screens and the fancy forged carbon fiber and all that. Yes, it's a pretty expensive SUV, but still 20 to 30,000 cheaper than the BMW or Mercedes-Benz or Lamborghini. You know, any other SUV is going to be close to the power this Durango Hellcat's going to make. Obviously, it's not the same game, you know, luxury-wise, but performance-wise, I think you've got a lot for the money. But the major factor about this Durango, it's really going to build only 3,000 units so far. You know, this thing is so rare, it's gonna keep its value, and also you won't see a lot of them on the road. So I think right now, you know, even if this is really expensive, I think it's a good investment, because on the long run, I don't think you're gonna lose a lot of money. And right now, with the actual market we're living in, with the COVID and all that, I think if you can get the Durango for MSRP price, you can flip the Durango for a profit. So overall, it's a good value. So overall, I think this is the only and the last muscle 3-row SUV you can get. It's such a lot of fun. Hearing the supercharger, the exhaust, so much power, so much fun. I think, you know, if you have the money to buy this Durango, also to fuel this Durango, you should definitely buy one. It's such a good, you know, fun SUV, especially here in Canada. It's comfortable, it can handle shitty roads. You can use it all year round, winter and all of that. From my point of view, if I didn't need more space, you know, with the kids and all that, I would have bought this SUV, because, you know, every time I drive it, I have so much fun with it, and I don't make any sacrifice on the practical side. So that's why I love this Durango Hellcat. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about the Durango Hellcat? Is it a good investment, or you think in the future it's gonna lose all its money? Let me know in the comments. I would like to see your opinion on this SUV. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my video. Also, I'm gonna put some links in the description to my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and also to other reviews of the Durango, like the RT and the SRT 392. Really interesting reviews to see more in depth inside of these models. So go check them out, and we're gonna see each other on the next review.